I suppose you're wondering why I called you all here today. Well, I've called you here for a live stream. That's what I've done. Been doing a few odd improvements around the house. Did I just do a selfie of my armpit? I think I did. Okay. I got the holder of the phone. I'm hoping it's not too late for the Americans. I've pretty much, yeah. Once again, my plans have been a bit later than I expected. I've got a lot to do today, and I've been doing a lot today. It's a Saturday, it's a day that you have off, traditionally anyway, and so that's time for me to do my stuff. What have I been doing so far? Well, I've been doing a lot of bird-based activities. I've been doing a lot of opal-based activities. I've also been doing a lot... Whoa, didn't want to do that. I've been doing a lot of other based activities, basically. I've just put you onto a glorified selfie stick. I've got to get the birds sorted out. They've been a little bit neglected today, which is a bit naughty. I'll flip this around, show you what I'm doing here. There it all is. Have a look in there, and you can see, wow, that's a lovely, lovely, lovely gold. And this is my other piece of lovely, 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 lovely gold. I'm not going to show you the place where I do the forging because it's a little bit, how do I put this? Disgusting. Here's this stuff here. I don't know quite what it is. I think it's a mix of gold and silver at the moment. And here is my, well, these are all the chips. So I'm not going to do it in front of you, but you grab the memory. I'll grab the other memory. So here's some standard DDR memory. I'll just give you the labels. I'm just trying to figure out where the camera is on this thing. Where is the camera? Here it is. Yeah, there we go. So it's IBM memory. Can't see squat on it. Let's see if I can make this easier for everybody. No, can't. There we go. I'll just read it out. This is, well, it's 1 gigabyte. So, and I think it can be rated or something like that. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. If you have a look here, these fingers here, they're actually gold. So, well, I may as well do a quick demo. Turn on, stupid thing. Turn on. There we go. So don't need those pliers for the time being. Stick, nope. There, that. Basically, interesting concept here of trying to do this in front of a live studio audience. There. Holding a camera and cutting a thing. There we go. I started cutting. Yay! So there you go. I'm not going to continue with that because, oops, rotate device. Because basically it's too hard to do. But I can get that little piece of the finger and it goes to there. So there you go. What a demo that was. Now later on, of course, that will go into the forge somehow. There might be some preparation going on, and I've lost my drink. Drinks are very important in Australia, especially with this, well, you can see that huge amount of sunlight just streaming in. So, turn around. Yep, my drink's out there. Okay. So, what I'll do is I will, it's not as hot as it was. It'll be, I'm having trouble converting to Fahrenheit as per normal. The 70 Fahrenheit sounds good temperature. I hope it does. 70 Fahrenheit I'll call it, or 30 odd degrees. Oh, what's going on here? Are you being cute? Loki is being cute. Alright, let me just flip this up a bit so that you can actually see what's going on. Might have to just raise the bar a bit, hey? Let's just raise the bar. Now Max, as you would expect, is hiding, but he's also rather annoyed. Let me show you this. If you leave Max for any length of time, this is what happens to his water. Are you ready? You! And you've got to be on the alert for that, because obviously they don't know good for them. Ordinarily, I tip that into the fish tank. There was no way that was going in. But one of the things that is really weird about all of this is Max. He feels really cared about. I can only say that anecdotally because we don't know what birds feel. He feels very cared about, from the looks of things, if you take extra effort with his water. So I've taken extra effort with your water, haven't I, Max? Yeah. Now I'm going to go and get him some food. Now the thing about it is that trying to get him used to hands, so getting him the food is a simple matter of grabbing a handful of this stuff and sticking it in his food bowl. I don't stick that much into his bowl because, careful Max, yeah, are you on? Good. And he bit me. There we go. But he was just saying you're a bit too close. That wasn't a particularly bad bite. I'll show you the bite. Can you see it? I have been bitten far worse. It was a nasty bite, but it was just a nasty warning bite, I would call it. The thing about it is that I'm doing that for a specific reason. I'm doing it so that he knows that the hand going in is food. But what I'm going to do is, as a result of that, I'm not going to put sunflower seeds in his cage. Now Loki, how you doing, huh? How you doing? Maybe also Max is saying it's a bit too late to be handing me food at this kind of time. And that's a fair enough criticism as well. These birds are extremely important creatures of Australia, and you shouldn't just treat them like nothing. So maybe that's a rebuke well earned. Are you going to bite me? No. Like you'll forgive me no matter what I do, which is a bit sad because humans are flawed. Aren't we? Yes. Why are you making the cute noises now, Max? You bit me. You bit me on live stream, so everyone knows that you bit me. Hello there, whoever that was. If you rewind about, 2 minutes back, you'll see me getting bitten. Hello. There you go. Right. So the plan, of course, is to do the birds first and then the opals. So we'll see how things go. Bit of a lazy day today. I'll show you the gold too. What I'm planning on doing, I have tried to get it together. I've gotten a tentative agreement with a local jeweler to have a look at the gold that I've been forging. And that's very generous of them. It's a fairly transient arrangement though, so I can just rock in any time. But I thought whilst I'm doing that, I may as well make a little bit of a folio of opals for them to look at as well. Because I don't know very much about the gold that I'm forging. I've bought a kit off the interweb. Oh, hello, Nikki. I bought a kit off the interweb to tell me the purity of the gold. Ultimately, the goal is, however, if my gold is valuable enough, if a little ingot of gold gets me $1,000, I do that 20 times, I have $20,000. And that's enough to buy something called an XRF. And that will be handy not just for gold, but for opals, for everything really. So I'm kind of hopeful for that. So let me just check something. Guys, is the internet on? Are you using the internet at the moment?
Oh, I was watching here.
Can you change to your internal internet? Change to internal internet. Do you remember me bringing my phone in? I've not just... The stream's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll say hello to the people because I think that the phone saw you.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Is there anyone on there?
No, no one.
Oh, well.
Say hello to no one.
Oh, hi, non-existent people. Hello, my dad's friends.
Oh, them's fighting words. Hello, my daughter's intelligence. Oh yeah.
Hello to my mother's intelligence.
Hello to the inverse of your mum's weight.
Luluki. Oh, is that a happiness or a sadness?
I think I went too hard at Loki.
But did you? Oh, look at Max. You can't take his scissors seriously when he has food on his beak.
He bit me.
You bit him? But he looks so cute.
Look at this.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Your ass is on display there.
Oh.
I've probably got like 53 likes now.
Hold up, is anyone watching? No one's watching.
No one's saying. Everyone wants our better ass.
Even if it's like
No,
my age.
I know. It's terrible. But anyway.
Look what darling. I'm not pursing much. No, your ass is on display.
I'm not entirely certain it's as alluring.
Oh, you baby girl. Oh my god, let me go get my water bottle from your car so I can refill it and I can do exercise.
Right. That's interesting. Hungry, lady. That's a bit of an indictment, isn't it? So let's have a look at your water. I can refill your water. However. Okay, so what's the game plan here? You may be asking. Well, once I'm done with the birds and the water and stuff, I'll let the birds feed and graze because they're happy. I might get them out later. I promise.
Oh,
But-
did you get more like powdered Gatorade?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get some more for
What
you.
did you mean by this color?
Right?
You said that you got more purple drink.
You mean that little thing?
This one?
Black currant. Let me have a look. Sorry about this. Is this the one? Yeah.
You know what, I'll take it.
Yeah.
When's the Wednesdays because I can't drink
Yeah, fair enough.
tap water. I will need to get more Gatorade soon. It's a good thing because it has like, I don't know, energetic things in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good-
Energetic things.
Yeah. So it's a good thing when I do workouts.
Right. Oh, that's a lot of energetic too. For the sake of the audience there, I just saw my little daughter who is all of like 5 kilos in weight, or 15 kilos worth of cordial before adding the water.
It's because this is like, I don't know, a liter drink bottle. Like, look at it in there. It's not that much. Imagine the amount of water I'm giving.
That's the energy requirement of a small country.
Oh, and you guys can like your your energy drinks hot like that?
I certainly am not.
You drink you drink 2 energy drinks that say you consume only 1 per day.
Speaking of which, I'm going out to consume one now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look and see if the YouTube is lying or I genuinely have no one on. Well, the opal guy, you're going to view this later. I've just read your comment. I have a habit of licking and rubbing them. And I'm going to leave everybody to wonder what that actually means.
Where are the frozen peas?
I don't know.
Oh, there they are.
Don't make a mess. Bing. Okay, the light is on. Okay, so there is genuinely no one here. I'm going to be all alone. Nobody loves me. I'll just turn my internet off so it makes it better. Okay, and then I will go inflate the numbers. I will return.
Hi, I'm getting ready for my workout and feed some ducks. I just can't be on the screen right now. Howdy. Oh, hold up, look, I found some fire.
You're not playing fire.
No promises. Look at this. Oh, there are people here. Hello. Oh, it didn't work.
That's alright.
No, it broke.
What worked?
The matchstick.
Yeah, okay. That's because of what you do there. I'm watching that.
Hold on, let me tie
Okay.
my hair up, because safety first, children. Don't think there are any children on here. Tie the hair up first. That's not a good job, but it's not going to be like that.
I put myself up and it's no, okay, so marijuana and
Look at that. People, look at that. Hiya. Oh, it does not smell as good as it usually smells. Okay. Now let me continue trying to open the piece. Oh, there are scissors.
Hello. So Gary, was it getting ready to stop that music?
I don't know how much, how much, I don't know how many peas the ducks will eat, but this is how much I got. This is the width. This is the other thing. So I'm gonna put this in my bag. Oh yeah, I made the kitchen smell like fire. Proud of myself for that.
There.
I'm pretty sure it's all from my wallet. I have too many coins. Okay, the water bottle.
Alright, my peeps, let us go.
Oh, so finally come back.
What? Yes, of course I finally come back. So I'm just going to turn this down. It seems that the audio is fine. And now I'm going to go out and do some opals. And I'm going to explain what's going on with the opals. I was doing a clean up. And when you go outside, you'll laugh about the concept of me doing a clean up because really, was he really cleaning up? Yes, he was.
Oh, Dad, look at Turkey.
Yeah, it's opals. She loves the opals.
Oh.
Okay, but this is a jar full of all my rejects. So let me show you. So that looks like a piece of fossil. This is opal. This is, I think, boulder opal. This is just ordinary opal. So there's plenty of opal that's just sitting here. We'll look at it properly under the environmental conditions. Let's have a look. So this is from when I very first started cutting opals. So the cool thing about when you very first start cutting opals is that you're not very good at it. Taking is that? No, that is an opal. What is it? Interesting. I thought it was something else. Okay, so that's an opal. So what I'm looking for at the moment is the floating ones are not opals. What I'm looking for is stuff that I would have rejected when I was really, really early on in my opal cutting career that I would not reject now. If you can have a look here, you can see this has got some colour to it, so I would certainly not reject it now. But what we'll do is we'll bring it out for everyone to look at. That's some matrix from, it's actually the iron, what do they call it? The iron band. Iron band. From Lightning Ridge when I went over there. This is just some randomised potch. I'm just looking at it at the moment. Ooh, that looks interesting. Ooh, that's not interesting. Or is it? Oh, yeah, it is. I will look at that a little bit more. Here's a piece of boulder / matrix. Some more potch, some more potch. There'll be a lot of potch in here. I'm not worried about the fact that there will be a lot of potch. What I'm looking for is that magical moment when there's just that piece of opal, you know that there's something within there. After actually getting some experience with it. Oh, look at this. This is what we're talking about. Okay, so I'm going to try and get into the...
I'm gonna go now. Love you.
Love you too. So this has got some definite flash in it. So keeping that bad boy. So what we'll do is we'll go into the opal. Oh, actually I've found a few more. This one's got some colour in it too. Nice purple colour. I reckon there's something within there that we can extract. So,
Love you, Dad.
I love you too. Oh, there's another one in here too. There's plenty. There's so much stuff. There's even a dopstick. What's this? This looks pretty rubbish. We'll have a look at it anyway. Shall we shine up this dopstick and see if we can actually make something of it? I reckon we shall. What is it that I found? Yeah, that's got a small amount of colour in it too. Got a lot of small amounts of colour. That is just pure potch. I might go hunting through it though. More pure potch. Can make doublets out of it, worst comes to worst. Look at this. Nice piece of opal. That's not even a pointer. I could get 1 carat out of that. There you go. Wasn't past me an idiot. That is beautiful. That will get something. Oh, look at that. Okay, all right, we're taking these. I'm just going to tip them all in. I have many. Okay, so let's just take these, and we will take your camera. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. Like, that should be rejected, honestly. Okay, so we'll take this out and we'll have a quick look. Yeah, the opal area is decrepit. I'm sorry about that, but I've been doing things. I've been trying to prepare for this gem guy. That's been my priority. Oh, just so that you know as well, if I flip this around, I've made this arrangement so that we've got that, so that I can easily exclude heat when the air conditioner's on. Drinks. So I think you've seen this before. This is the new opal setup, and for the majority of the week I've noticed that this thing has been dangling within the opal water. As far as I know, that's really good for it. I think it's like Nietzsche. Is it Nietzsche who said that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger? So let's find out if it works at all. So, is that working? You're making noises in there. So I'm over in the background just checking it. It's working just fine. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go and I'll turn on the water. So you may as well come in. Water. So this is the water to the opal thing. Very leaky. In here. Yeah. So let's have a look at our gauge. This is our gauge to tell us how much water we've got in our opal machine. Very low. As a matter of fact, what I might do is I might find a Sharpie to tell us that. Oh, this is already on. That doesn't help. Where are we? Should grab that opal. That's a nice one. Nice little yellow nut there. Here's another one that I'm planning on increasing. Now this one's a bit of a cheat because it was very sandy, so I just dunked it in super glue basically. So yeah, I'll probably make it nice and shiny and stuff, but I can't say it's a valuable one because, well, it'll be sort of valuable so long as people know what I've done to it. But it's a bit chunky. Here's unfettered opal, and I'll wash it so you can see. Not too bad. Nice bit of boulder. What I think I'll do, I'm just having a look at it now, I'll cut the corner off it and make it into a nice square. So I've got a square and a triangle, and whilst I'm doing that, I may as well find out if there's anything that's a bit better than this rubbish sitting on top. But when you're looking at this rubbish, in inverted commas, sometimes you get surprised. You basically, well, I'll show you. Turn this back on. There we go. So when you're doing this, you just give this a bit of a zhuzhing. Really should put it into the bespoke thing. Let's have a look at it now. We'll do that again, but what we'll do is we'll actually put the camera into the correct holder. Seeing I went to the trouble of making it. Here's a ring. There is no earthquake. Do not adjust this set. How do we fix that? Finding out things down here. Does that help? Probably doing two things at once. Sometimes you one thing to do stuff up. I suppose I should pick that up. I'm going to have to work on this issue, aren't I? Let's see what it's like now. Try again. Perhaps it's not the my little piece of rubber machine. Let me just see. I'll get the rubber machine and stick it underneath the camera itself. That might help pushing the block. So I'm removing it from the bar. Here it is. So let's take it out from there. And let's put it literally underneath the camera and see what happens. Does that hit at all? It does. Yeah. Just hold on to it like that. That might help a bit. I think that does help. It's just, it is jittering a bit though. That's a bit annoying because I'm very proud of this little arrangement. I made it myself. But to not work 100%, yeah. What I can do is I can just attach it to, yeah, okay. I know what to do. I won't do it today, but I will do it another time. The water gauge there is carefully creeping up again. Oop. So you can see what we've got here. And our boulder is okay, maybe getting there. Maybe. I think this is the absolute definition of getting blood out of a stone. So what we'll do is we'll go and we'll set up the usual setup. And here we go. Back and forward. Does that help any? Come on, how'd you get? Try again. Tree. It always went this well. Finally. Okay. Turning this off. Turning this off. Checking my water levels. They're climbing steadily, which is good. Plugging the microphone in. which has managed to trail into the water yet again. Let me just wipe the microphone jack. Do I dare plug this in? Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. How's the sound? Sounds all right. It's really catching the sound of that dryer brilliantly. It's just what you want. It's going, you know, I'm going to do a live stream. I hope everyone hears the sound of my dryer. So what I've got here for the time being is I'm just sticking a bowl in there. Can you even see the bowl? Is it a bit hard to hear me? Yeah, but you can hear the dryer well enough, can't you? Yeah. Let's see, where's the other microphone? It's over here. Let's see if I can get a better... What I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to see that if the microphone is actually getting much better. Yeah, okay, good. Alright, sorry. There's a bit of delay, so that's why that happened. So I'm just going to move this microphone. Sorry. Oh, there's a good spot. That should be perfect. Or is it? Do I need something that's not attached physically to the opal bench? Maybe the opal bench will vibrate like crazy. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. How's the sound now, mate? I'm going to go turn off the dryer. Sorry, brief discussion with the little youngling. How's that going? So what we've got here is a little bowl of opal. I'm just going to quickly look through all of them to see if we can find something that's interesting. And yes, there is plenty to interest me. So there is this one here. I'm going to have to turn on the... Actually, what I can do is this. I'll use another light source until we are doing the cutting, because I have a feeling that just today, I don't know why, but just today, the sounds are distracting. So I'll just add another light source that doesn't require me to turn on the opal machine. Okay. Alright, well, I've done my best. I think that's the best we are going to be able to do, I'm afraid, Jay. So I do apologise if it never gets any better. So that's just got the slightest bit of colour there, so that's kind of cool. This one, I am really, really interested in diving into that because that has got all sorts of fun written all over it. So yeah, this is all opal from when I first started cutting. There's even a dopstick with a really rubbish opal on it. So what I'm going to do with this stuff is I'm going to hunt through it, see if we can find some... Oh my goodness. I'm going to hunt through, see if we can find some opal and see if we can turn rubbish into absolute gem. And I don't think it's going to be too hard. Look at this. Got this guy here, and we've already got plenty of colour. It's just been faced slightly incorrectly. That's the problem. So I know how to fix that nowadays. It's a bit thin to fix it. Here's another one. That's probably a doublet. Have a look around. Just, I would love to have you look around with me, but I don't think we can. Oh, this is just a piece of rubbish. We've got some rubbish through it, but I reckon we can hunt through it and see what we can find. Here's another one that's been incorrectly faced. See what we can do with that one. I'm just looking through it. Okay, I'll show you. There we go. Every time I do a cleanup, I find another set of opals which I've discarded a long time ago. And I'm wondering, how long is this going to go for? Oh, this is so interesting. Okay, so what you're seeing here is you're seeing a knobby, right? I can tell it's a knobby because of that dark spot in the middle. That's what they always do. They have this section on the outside, usually where the opal resides, the precious opal. And then they go into the middle, and there's usually a dark spot. But what can happen is sometimes that bit of precious opal will infiltrate all the way through the opal. So what I'll do is I'll cut this one in half. Probably hasn't, but you know, it's fun to have a look. This thing here is only good as a picture stone, but it is kind of interesting. Okay, this one here, there is nothing precious about it, but just something in my mind says that's interesting. I'm going to go through that. Now, if these get too boring, I do have a few other opals lying around. Whoop, that's the sound of my tanks filling. There we go. Now we've got a full supply of water. Woohoo! As I was saying, if this gets a bit too boring, I can go and get some other opals which are going to be... Oh, it's not going to be boring. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, so what's going to happen here is we're either going to get a massive gem or we're going to have like what looks like $1,000 of opal exploding. Either way, it's not going to be boring. Got some shell opal here. I can see just a hint of colour on it. Just random potch. There's some things that, you know, if I was doing this in my own time, I would just cut through them, but I probably wouldn't do it on a live stream because there's a chance that you're not going to get anything. Got another piece of potch here with this, just like this. Now that I have a few years of experience, I look through this stuff and I go, there's potential here, there's potential here, there's potential here. For example, this one here, I have a feeling that the only reason why I'm not seeing anything is that it's the wrong face that we're looking at. Let me show you. Put the bowl down. And like this, opal stuck to my hand. Why are you stuck to my hand? So this guy here. This guy here has got potential. You can see that little seam there. It doesn't look like much, but there's the possibility is that this seam actually is really good, except it doesn't look any good on this side. And now when I'm looking at it, you can literally see some red that's just blinking back at me. So I think we're going to start with that one, and I think we're done talking. I'm just going to have a quick look at these bits that stuck to my hand. May as well. Those guys aren't anything to write home about, but this one here, this one is a potential monster. So I've got some nice opals ready to go. Let's just push the garbage into where the garbage needs to go. I am in the process of upgrading this machine yet again. And just so that you know, I've put a piece of coarse sandpaper on the outside of the buffing wheel, and that's revolutionised my life. So I can get through opals relatively quickly now. It's quite fun. So let's do this one first. Let's see what this one's going to... Oh, you can see it. Look at that. You can literally see it. I don't know why I stopped. Okay, I'm moving this away. Over to here. Now, time to use the internal lighting. Time to use the internal water. Time to push this over to the side. Time to twist this a little bit. Time to twist it more. There we go. Alright. So the next thing to make sure is that we're not attacking the lens. We'll see. We'll find out. We might even get 2 opals out of this guy. Where is everything? Seems everything's fine. So what my issue was that I was running into this sandy layer. I suppose I was just going, how do I deal with sand? I don't know how to deal with sand. Now let me point out, if you're an opal cutter and you don't know how to deal with sand, that is a very sad state of affairs. Also, there is a layer there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally cut that layer off. We'll have a look at that layer later. Now I'm going to carve through the sandy bit. It's actually not sand, it's more silt. But only a soil scientist would even care about that kind of definition problem. So let's have a look at what we got. So, from the looks of things, we got a little bit of nothing to write home about, but yeah, so the opal itself is actually clinging to the sand, and that happens from time to time, and it gets a bit, yeah, okay, so what happens, it gets a bit discouraging when you're carving out the sand in the opal, and it seems from your perspective that the sand is where the opal is, which is actually the truth. And you're just carving away the precious opal. You get sad. But you shouldn't lose hope. What it's telling you is that this is a sort of opal that produces some nice colour. So you just have a quick look through the rest of it. But I didn't know that when I was a young warthog, so... When I was a young warthog... Come for the opal, stay for the singing, wasn't it? Naturally, there's slightly better technique here. You too can deftly touch an opal with your finger and make it look good. Love you too, darling. One daughter heading off for a workout. I'm just cleaning up the back because there's plenty of sand. What they say about this, that I should have known / paid attention to back in the day, is that you just clean up what you can clean up first. Don't worry too much about the opal. Just worry about making the stone presentable. And when you do that, that means clean up the sand. What have we got here? I thought I saw a flash of colour. Oh, the other rule is that if you think you saw a flash of colour, you did see a flash of colour. Keep rotating it until you find where it came from. It's just at the bottom, isn't it? So I'll just try and... Alright, so... If you missed the earlier session, Max bit me. Actually, yeah, you can still see on my hand there. See just below my knuckle? That's a Max bite. He was almost friendly about the way he bit me though, which was good. Didn't make too... Actually, I'll find out. I'll replay the video. See if I did not make too much of a fuss. Because that'll be good education for the next time it happens. Uh-oh. Okay, so that tells me where this stone is from. Coopapiti. Just because of the brittleness of it. It's not a meant to be, because meant to be just explodes. So I'm very carefully hitting that sand base because sometimes it's just the differences in densities and tensions in the matrix that cause issues that cause your opals to explode. So you try and make it so you're dealing with the one material. Not always possible, but multi-layered opal is always asking for trouble. Think about wearing it. You go, I don't know, from a cold winter day into a warm air-conditioned room, the stones expand at 2 different rates, bam. Your stone's acting like a thermostat and you don't want that. So what you'll notice is I'm just running my thumb over it as we go. What I'm feeling for is sandy versus waxy. That's the best way of describing the way the opal feels. Waxy. I can all but guarantee that there is colour in that. It's just you can't see it because of the lack of sunlight. I can't see it either, just so that you know. I'm just going, yeah, there's definitely something here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this side and see what I can extract. So I'm going to facet, I'm going to move over all sorts of extreme angles, see what I can do with it. So I think that if I just hit the right angle, I'll probably get something out of it. Having said that, this might be something that I'll explore in my own time rather than just try and get, if you excuse the pun, blood out of a stone. Yeah, there is colour there, just a small amount. There it is, found the colour. Okay, we'll keep going with this. I'm cutting a bit brutally because I sort of know at what depth the colour starts to appear. So I'm just trying to shortcut the process. Of course, I'm possibly cutting through the colour to do that, but you know. Funnel round is what I say. Funnel round. Okay. Okay, so where that white, milky, sandy section is where the opal interfaces with the colour. So what I'm doing is I'm just quickly carving a little bit of a root through it, which produces a little bit of colour. Yeah, it produces a little bit. So I'm going to have to carve through this section. Okay, so colour ain't great, but it is there. So we're going to call that a success with a question mark after it. Success. Let's have a look. We'll do in order of interest, I suppose. Just watching a lot of my gold from when I was polishing up some of the gold. It's just going down the drain at the moment. Very picturesque. And I'm watching another piece of opal. I'm just looking through a few other bits whilst I'm here, just to see if I can find something that'll jump out at us. There's a jumper. Okay, I found 2 jumpers, which is good. Put them over there. I suppose I'll have to keep doing this whilst we're doing the live stream. Just keep looking through it whilst we're waiting. Oh, this is brilliant. Okay, over here, that's actually the centre of a knobby. Very interesting, because that's not normally how it happens. Yeah, we've got some of these are not so much no colour as in I don't know how to do this without destroying the opal. Okay. That's an interesting. Oh, okay, I see. Alright. Back to the opal cutting. Oh. Max, why did he bite? So what I do is I have a system by which I make him familiar with me by putting food into his cage with my hand. It's deliberately risky because it's deliberately putting your hand near Max. Because if he's sitting on top of the food, you have to bring your hand right next to him. He still doesn't like hands. But the other thing was that I'd fed him a bit later. And so my thoughts are that this was his way of saying I'm not comfortable with hands, and also you should have fed me earlier. But of course this is anthropomorphizing, putting words into the beak of a bird. And like I've been saying, it certainly is a surprisingly gentle bite from Max, considering the fact he could take a finger off if he wanted to. Was barely trying to hurt me at all. Thought I saw a flash of green here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve through this sand here. Technical cut. That's probably why I put it in a too hard basket. This must have been really early on when I started taking up the hobby, because I would have gone, there's no way anyone could cut this. Ever. No one could ever cut it. I'll just throw it away. But the hoarder in me didn't throw it away. Put it into a little pile. Forgot about it. Until now. Sounds like the start of a really lame movie, doesn't it? Okay. If anyone's remembered Super Ted, threw him away like a piece of rubbish until a spotty man brought him to life with his magic powder. We never found out what Super Ted's defect was. Considering it was a Super Ted, wouldn't it be fun if if it was because he like had 3 arms or an extra eye, or I don't know, it was a bit too big? Because that suddenly turns his disadvantage into an advantage. I doubt anyone's actually seen the show I'm talking about. It seems that the water has finally gotten to us. Hang on. Point number 1 is to move this. Does that help the... No, we'll move that way. Right. Point number 2 is to wipe. How's that looking now? Yeah, that'll do. There we go. Now where's that piece of opal? Opal, I've lost my opal when somebody sneezes. Where did I put it? Oh, that's annoying. It's not that one. It's not that one. I'll be doing that if I don't find the other one. Picked it up and I'll put it over here. And then like this. I'll go through the replay and find out where I put it at some stage. Oh, there it is. That's the one. So where had I hidden it? Right in front of my face. Oh, there we go. Bing. Okay, I can clean it up a bit. What I'm probably going to have to do is give it a bit of a slice down the middle because it's just a little bit... It's a bit outsy, father. There we go. I'm going to select one to work on because we'll work on the other ones. Don't want to spend all the time working on this one. So this one is the one I'll be working on, and I may return to that one at a later date. But we'll go and do the other ones that we see in this opal set. We've got so much interesting stuff here, so I'm not going to dwell on any of these for too long. Not unless we have an absolute smasher. And that'll be fun, you know. Out of the reject opal, we get $1,000 million billion. Specifically, the $1,000 million billion. Now let me point this out, ladies and gentlemen. When I initially rejected this as a young would-be opal cutter, it was because I thought there's no way you can clear the sand out of it. Have a look at that. It's a smaller piece, I grant you, but it is a piece, and it's got some colour in it. I'll have to double it, but I've gotten the sand out of it. What I think you should take home from that message, that's a really bad way of saying it. The take-home message of that is that if you're actually cutting and you think that it's an impossible cut, it's not. There is a way to do it. Later on, when you're going, what did I do wrong? Yeah, maybe. But even then, it's just because you probably did the wrong thing. And I'm not trying to sound extra judgmental or anything, because I've done the wrong thing plenty of times, so I'm not perfect. So there we go. Nice clean piece of opal. But we'll move on. Oh, that's a nice clean piece of opal too. Sorry, I just found one just lying around. That would have been done a little while ago. Okay, so which one will I do? Which one will I do? I will do this one because this one looks pretty cool. This one's pretty cool. It will take a bit of patience to do properly, as will this one. I think they're both the same piece of opal actually. So what I'll do is I'll just very carefully scoot through this and see what I can find. First things first, get rid of the stuff you can't use. So these are the steps when you're dealing with an impossible opal. First things first, get rid of the stuff which is definitely not useful. And this is not my wisdom, it's one of the, I can't remember the name of the opal channel, but about 6 months ago they hit 1,000 subscribers. If that helps. I'm trying to remember the dude's name. It wasn't Phil Mill from the Opal Mills or any of those people. Okay, so there's a hole there. There's not much you can do with that hole. That also identifies it pretty soundly as wood opal. So what we're looking at is a piece of Cambrian probably. So what I'm doing now is I am looking at the sand lines. So there's definitely still opal that can be cut away, but now I'm looking specifically at what gems we can get out of it. And I'm noting the direction of the layering. So if you cut with the layers, you will find more success. Basically, don't fight the opal. Have a look at what the opal's doing. Don't try and force a shape that's not in the opal's point of view. Opal will fight you and you'll end up with a bad opal. And the opal itself isn't bad, the opal's just stubborn. I'm also cleaning the sand out whilst I'm doing this. I will eventually cut it, but you know, I only cut it at the last minute when I'm 100% certain I know what I'm doing there. You might just need that extra point or something. Well, made its mind up for me. Stop mucking around, Phil. I'm going to do it for you. As an aside, I think I was a bit too late for our American audiences because it'll be past midnight by now. I thought I'd get something done here. I'll probably make a short, maybe on my opal fossils even. Haven't done that for a while. Even my ordinary fossils, haven't done that in forever. Still got them, they're still lying around. Okay, so I've got a pointer here, so I'm going to cut through the middle here and make the pointer. Two pointers. I will clean them up later, but that's a bit boring, so put them there. This piece, however, quite interesting. I will cut this bit off. Right, see how much, yeah, we can do. So, just trying to get that final piece of layering out of there. And because it's as a sand layer, it's not so simple to just excavate it out. You're trying to get a break in a line or a sheet. So what you're hoping is that the opal layer itself is a bit wavy in a fairly long sequence of sheets or lines of sand sediment. When that happens, you just find that little break. So this is just a little bump in the order of things. And that way, when you find the weakness, you get in there and go for it, and there we go, we've cleaned it up. Let's have a look at this next bit. Another fun piece. This one, I'm toying with the idea that maybe it's going to clean up in the middle, but we'll see. What I'm doing here is I'm just looking externally, seeing what I can view from it. Okay, I'm just going to carve through here first, see what it looks like. I might even use my man voice. Carve through here, see what it looks like. It's been a while since I've been a teenager. Yeah, I know, I'll have to check the manager. Not looking at the comments section in case there has been a comment. I don't know if there has. because I'm concentrating pretty hard. But just a precaution in case someone's going, why are they not talking to me? Why don't they like me? I'm not loved. Nobody likes me, everybody hates me, might as well go eat worms. A version of worms is nematodes and they help make chrysalis so cool. Just have a quick look. Didn't need to worry. The chat is silent as the grave. Silent as the grave. That's an interesting phrase when you think about it. The grave. So whose grave happens to be the grave? That's a grave musing, isn't it? Yes, yes, hilarious. I was hoping that would happen. Okay, so that's cleaned up. Not great, but clean. Let's have a look at the rest of it. This is where the fun is. I think there's another chunk that needs to come off. Largish too. This is just going with the sand layers. The other daughter has just surfaced. So that piece has been cleaned up. Ish. These are all pointers. These are all sorts of things that you'll be throwing into mosaics or, you know, other projects. But they're still useful. They're not just discarded. Must have had a crisis of confidence, and maybe I was right to, you know, leave it to when I had more skill. Once again, cleaned up, but to your interesting definition of what cleaned up is. Alright, having a look at this piece here. Having a look at this piece here. That one might prove itself to be interesting. This one is more than likely going to be boring. This one just needs to be cut in half. This piece here, interesting. I'm just going to look through the bowl, see what I can find. There's plenty of these sandy pieces here. I've obviously at some stage just thrown my hands up in disgust at all the sanding. I don't like it anymore. I'm going to become a gymnast. Better hobby, gymnasting. Okay, got that one. Show you these ones when I get them. I'm starting to realise that maybe I shouldn't be doing all of them because my neck is already quite sore. Have a look at this one for reasons. That one, good. Thought I saw something in there. I won't worry about it. Got too much on my plate as it is. Radio. And that one is, oh, that one's interesting too. Alright, I've got another like 4 or 5. We'll have a look at them and we'll discuss. Okay, so this one here is interesting because of the sand behind it. That's usually what you get when you have sunflash opals. I'm just looking, seeing if I can see anything sunflashy. No. So what I'll do is I'll just cut from a few angles, see what it looks like. This one here has clearly got some colour in it, so that's good. This one here, bedeviled by sand. That one there was just along for the ride. This one here, bedeviled by potsherd sand. This one here, just bedeviled. Right, so I will go through the rest of these relatively quickly, I think, because I'm getting tired. I didn't realise that this was so tiring, but I've had a big day anyway. Go have a look at the birds and then we'll end the stream, I suppose. So let's go. Yoink. What I'm doing is I'm just following the crack lines. Because it's going to crack along that line anyway, so you may as well just make a clean cut of it. And you strengthen the opal by getting rid of any of the weak areas. So and the way that happens is if you reduce the overall size of the opal, so the amount of torque required to bend and break, or the amount of torque available on the opal to bend it and break it, then you've done the opal a favour. And if you do that whilst at the same time getting rid of the weakness, then you've actually double whammied the strength of the opal. This one, just strengthening it, just required me to cut in the wrong spots as far as the colour was concerned. I had to cut the colour away. So, sad, but oh well. Okay, so I'm cutting along the fraction line here again. One of the fraction lines doesn't really have that much precious opal in it at all. Let's just get that off. Bye-bye. That's a piece of precious opal, so I'll go and search that down a little bit later. But we may as well just keep going with our destructive schedule of just examining the main body, because we've got to get through it quick. And there we have it, look at that. Let's see if I can clean that up. I'm not out of the woods yet, there's a giant piece of sand right in the middle of it all, but this is quite nice. So I'm just going to show you what we're dealing with. See that? Nice piece of shininess in the middle of a piece of rubbish. I'm going to just hit the sand face on, see if I can tease the layer away. I don't think I can. I'm just going to have to try. This is probably kind of like the nightmare fuel opal. You don't want to ever have to clear the sand away this way. So I don't think we're getting away from that section, so I may as well just yoik it off, or yeet it off, or another hip fab or groovy term that the young people use, it off. I will salty it off. Let me go. Yeet, 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 yeet. One day when I'm much older, I'll sit in a nursing home just making up young words. You young children are not very good because you don't use the word anaphylaxis. You're so anaphylaxis. I know, we can't use the word. I'm not entirely certain that I'll be as devastating as my fantasies dictate. You never know. Okay. Just when you think you've cleaned it up, there's another piece that comes out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very gently snip this piece off because it's just that way. I mean, yeet, because I am hip, fab, and groovy. Well, I've cleaned that bit up. Yay. And that's what I'm just going to do. I'm just going to concentrate on cleaning this bit up, then move on to the next piece because I'm getting tired. I am getting old, aren't I? You young people. Alright, so let's go and pick up this bit. Because why? Because I got sick of it from the looks of things. Why did I get sick of it? Because, okay, I'm going to keep doing this, but what I'd done was I'd cut entirely along the wrong plane. It looks like the opal goes along this plane, but that's just a crack. It actually goes along the opposite direction. It goes that way. But I've gone too far the wrong way, so I'm going to have to just keep going, I think. Or maybe not. I'll just straighten this bit out and see what it looks like, and see if I can't make a nice opal out of this. Yeah, perhaps if I cut along there. So we shall see. Yeah, let's try cutting along this piece here. There's definitely a correct direction to cut an opal. The only problem is, sometimes even the most experienced opal cutters don't know what that direction is until it's way too late. Now this is sandy rubbish which has opal in it. It's sort of like a poor man's matrix, really. So I might just keep that like that and try and polish it up like that, because I think there's something to be had with this particular chunk of opal. Not good, but doable. Okay, so let's try this piece here, because now what I've done is, if you ever look through here, we now have a lot more potential. So I'll just carve straight along there, grind it off, because I don't think there's any use in those pieces there. It was the same material as what I just put away, but it was too small. Okay, let's have a quick look here, see what we've got. Okay, so I'm going to angle this back. Have we got anything yet? No. Okay, what I can see here is just an angle to cut along. And yes, in case you're wondering, it is very technical work with potentially no reward. Patience and gentleness, the fruit of the opal cutter. Right, so we've got not only do we have a very distinct layer here, but it's directional. So just getting rid of the sand back there, because that's useless. Hello.
Mein Lieblingsphase.
Oh, guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Oh, sorry, my hands are wet.
I
love you still,
My
though.
my hands are wet too.
Hot. Bye. Have
Achoo!
Have fun streaming.
Apparently I'm allergic to daughters.
You would have died. Anaphylaxis.
That was my first daughter's name. Okay. I think this opal was a chunk of bone. As you can see, it's way too late for me to, stop because it's practically destroyed. But I think this is going to be a very interesting conversation piece, this one, because, yeah, look at that. It's got a crack that I will mitigate, probably, but I think I'm too tired to mitigate the crack properly at the moment. It's got lovely colour. Oh, I'm just going to have to get rid of it, I think. Just looking at it, I'm going to have to get rid of it. It's not going to get any better. But it's got lovely colour. Even so, even in the newly destroyed state, it's still got lovely colour. Beautiful plumage. That red line indicates a crack as well, so that will have to go as well, more than likely, but I'm way too tired to make good decisions on that, so I'm just going to leave it. So I'll put that away. Let's have a look at another one. I'll do one or two before we... Okay, I'll cut this in half. How about that? Let's cut this straight in half. That's an easy thing. Just looking at where I want to cut it. Okay, I want to cut it along that little line there, because that's probably the best option should there anything develop. Oh, careful. So what have we got? Nothing! Absolutely nothing. A fly on the back of my neck, that's what we've got. Get away. Okay. Let me just make absolutely certain by just smoothing this out here. You can see some layering, which is kind of cool, but nothing precious. No precious. So, getting rid of, moving on is what I'd say. Shouldn't have bothered. There was just a little hint of colour that was going on. No, I'm just stopping with that. Okay, maybe this one and then... no, I'll do this one and then go. This one and this one. satisfy my own curiosity. Soon, Loki, soon. Are we going to run out of material before we run out of opals? Who knows? Mighty thin. Once again, doable, but very, very technical. So you can see why young me did not do this. It wasn't really young me either. It was like 45 me, I suppose. But hey, who's counting at our age? Alright, I'll cut along that later, but yes, it was doable. This final one I'm going to have a look at. It's very, very cracked. That's probably why I was scared. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting along the areas where I know the colour happens to be, trying to avoid the cracks. The cracks will definitely be tomorrow me's problem, but if I'm canny about it, I can actually slice off the bits of the opal, just like that have the cracks in them, strengthen the opal, and give me a fair chance at cutting a nice, clean stone. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking a punt that's going to be my base. And by taking that punt, I'm actually hoping to negate the effect of the crack that's right there. Let's see, this crack reduces a bit as well, which makes life easier for me. Let's try going into that spot again, see if we can disrupt the crack a bit further. Right, go from this end. Yeah, we might be able to do that. Get rid of all the destabilising influences here. We'll get to the Pax Opella. The Opelimia. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. This is literally the hardest opal you're ever going to have to do, but it's gorgeous. Well, I don't know what skills are ahead of me. I'm not the most skilled opal cutter in the world. But I can guarantee you this is a technical nightmare. The rewards are so worth it. Look at that. Look in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this one a bit of a back, and then I'm going to stop it before I just do something stupid. My neck's aching a little bit. I'm a bit tired. And if I go in and continue to cut an opal whilst I'm in that state, I might just make a mistake and ruin a perfectly good opal. But as it stands, I've nearly made a drop out of it. And let me just very carefully scrape it away. Having said that, I'm not going to do anything. I keep going. Alright. That opal's beautiful. I'm going to stop though. Oh, my neck. Okay, turning off the water. Turning off the machine. Well, that was interesting. That was very interesting. If it wasn't for that, all of these opals that I was going to do on this machine, which nevertheless vibrates like crazy. Oh, there's my neck. That was really bad about it. I think I'm going to have to figure out a way to mitigate. I might lower the seat, raise the machine, something like that. I'll have to do something because I think that it's not just a case of getting your muscles used to it. I think it's actually hurting my neck. All right. OH&S for opal cutting. Hello, birdies. How you doing? Who gave you the food? Who gave you the food? You have the food. You bit me. Don't act all cute. You bit me. You bit me. Hang on. This is because I am what they call a sucker. Okay, so grabbing this. 3 cups of... What have my children been doing? Yeah. Okay, so close this because we don't want Max flying away. More along the lines of he'll go, guess what I did? I went and bit that human. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... Is that going to work? I'm going to go find my other stuff and see what it looks like. Sort of. It's sort of a very stylized view, isn't it? No, I'll keep it like that. I can't bother. Let's see if I get right up here. I'm just looking at the view. Yeah, that'll do. Ooga booga. So. Yeah, you're going to bite now. No, I don't think so. You're going to do as I say. Come on, here we go. Come on, good bit. Oh wow, that sounds terrible. There we go. So what are you seeing? I'm just going to have a quick check to see what's been. Look at that. Actually, have a look at this. Oh yeah. That's a good bit of crest feather there. Oh, sorry. You didn't mean to. Sorry, I just went in with the hands, not thinking. Oh right. But you've got masses and masses of pin feather here, mate. Masses of pin feather. Do you mind if I get the people here to look? Oh, honestly, what am I doing? Just tired. Okay, here we go. There you are. Oh yeah, isn't that good? What say you move your beak over to there? Oh, careful, don't bite. Gee. There you are. There you go. You can see that he likes getting scratches. He's just a bit wary of the hands. Have a stick in your hand. It's the talisman that says I am okay. It's not going to hurt me today. You can get right in there. Like, if you remember, I did that pin feather video, and Loki wouldn't let me get this close. And Loki's a very good bird as far as, you know, letting me interfere with her is concerned. Oh, that sounds terrible. There you go, see? See, look, there it is. Little piece of stuff. Put the pin feather in there. Got it. Sorry, Max. There it is. Max is not happy. It's quite incredible considering the place he started that he's letting me do this at all. I think it's got more to do with Max than it's got to do with my particular style of looking after animals. Although I've noticed that, like, Pony's fine with me now, and Loki, she started off biting me, but she was very young, and so her bites didn't hurt quite as much. There we go. Here we go. Is that good? Found a nice little seam there. Seam there of pin feathers will just look like over here. See all those in there. Pins galore. Try and get to some of them. I'll make it. There we go. Got that one. Oh, come on, stop focusing on the dirty cage. All right. What I'll do is I'll get the beak trim out. Ta-da! You like this, don't you? Just likes the growth plate being scratched. There's a little bit of skin there that needs to come off the beak. And also right underneath the beak is not usually done that well by anyone. Also the beak itself, just there, the tri-points of the beak. Yeah, you didn't like that? This side? Right, I'll do the ear. He loves the ears. So when I'm scratching a bird, I still am not used to Max being a dude, enjoying it. So I am inclined to call Max a she at this point. Trying to get to that lug hole of an ear. There it is. Is that it? Come on, show me. Trying not to put a point into his ear. Yeah, I know, Max. It's all right. What? Yoik. I think that's his way of saying, don't put a camera in my face. I didn't sign the permission form. Let's have a look. I think it's just right here. Here we go. I should know more about bird anatomy. There it is. Or are you deliberately fluffing it over? There we go. Come on. Let's get to that lug hole, hey? There it is. There it is. That's his ear. Not a great view. I don't think we're going to get a great view of it. What I think I'll do is I'll end the stream here with the beautiful scratching of Max the cockatoo. As you can see, he really loves having his feathers done, despite the fact that he bit me. You bit me, you little varmint. Oh, he bit me again. That wasn't even a bite, really. I hit a pin feather. That's not a bite. Okay, I've got like I'm not doing very well with him at the moment. Probably because I'm a bit tired. There's a nice pin there. Show you that bit. See that? Give that a bit of a. There you go. All right. Got a good view of the pin, presuming I've got a good internet stream connection at the moment. All right. I think that's about all we can do for the time being. I hope you had as much fun as I had. I hope your neck is not as sore, basically. Flipping it around so you can see me. Like you will. All right. All I can say now is have a lovely afternoon wherever you are. If you're in the United States, have a lovely 3 in the morning. Dr. Phil out.